Okay, I've got a free moment and I really wanted to make this video. Pick something shallow to give your life meaning. I know it sounds crazy because we've all been told, like, you need to have a meaningful goal. But like right now, when things are kind of crazy and kind of chaotic in the world is settling itself out and becoming better, but we have to go through this death process first, which can feel really scary. You need something that is going to get you through, okay? And it needs to be something that's going to give you something that is meaningful, but in a shallow way. And so I kind of realized that I've been doing this, and I wasn't really even aware of it, because for me, the things that I do have like a bigger meaning and everything else. But like, I kind of realized that like, I love feeling hot, I love looking cute, and I love learning how to be more and more dangerous in this world in many different ways, because I grew up without power and I grew up looking ugly and everything else. So yeah, these things are a little bit shallow, but they're actually greatly useful and they can be sources for good. And part of my concept of being hot or whatever is like health, having a strong, beautiful body. Anyway, I watched the prequel to the Orphan movie last night.
So at this point, I am going to spoil the movie Orphan for you. If you haven't seen it, I totally recommend it. It's billed as a horror, but I would describe it as a psychological thriller, and it will just take you on a ride. It's basically about a family who adopts this little girl from a foreign country, and soon things start going crazy in their house. I don't usually recommend like typical Hollywood movies, but this one was really, really good. Great writing, excellent acting, and I also really enjoyed the prequel, which, yeah, I'm going to be spoiling that for you further in this video. So if you want to watch these and you haven't seen them, maybe skip ahead in the video and come back after you've watched it.
So it was like, and here was this woman again, the 30-some-year-old woman in the orphanage, or the mental institution, wanting to be an orphan in someone's family, everything else, whatever. I'm watching this movie and I'm like, what is this character's motivation? Because she just keeps joining these families and like killing them and leaving and trying to take the husband and everything else. And I'm like, what is her motivation? And I think, and so there's this scene. And when this scene happened, I did a hyena laugh, like I'm laughing. I'm like, hey girl, I know that feeling. And it was when she stole her quote-unquote mother's vehicle and she's cruising down the highway. And she looks like a girl, but she's actually 30 years old. And she puts on some lipstick, some sunglasses, and starts smoking a cigarette. Oh my God, and cranks up the radio. Oh man, I was laughing. And actually, I think in this movie they start talking about how her goal was freedom. What she wanted more than anything was freedom. And that's why she had those cuts on her neck. Because and she had those cuts on her wrists because they tried to restrain her, and she would cut herself in order to escape. She would do anything to escape. So for her it was freedom. But the little goals that kind of were like on her little map getting her there were like, being cute and stealing someone's husband. You know what I mean? Like, I do not recommend doing that. But it kind of reminded me also of the pickup artists that I got my email marketing scheme from, that I first, started learning some depths of relationship knowledge from, some social dynamics and human behavior. One of my greatest mentors, Eben Pagan, came out of that world initially. And these guys were very, very successful. And what did they do? They initially had a very shallow goal. Their goal was to sleep with a lot of women and to have power with women. And if you look at where all of these guys are today, wow, there's a gigantic bee here. It's quite nice. The bees here are not aggressive. If you look at where these guys are today, they have like families, and they're doing like self-help and personal development and stuff like that, okay? So they took that shallow goal and those shallow things they were doing, and they turned it into multi-million-dollar industries and things that are, improving people's lives all around the world. Women included, because To be hit on by a man who has some confidence is a nice experience. And guys today are really scared, in my opinion. And I think they're doing a lot of personal help work, which is great. They also did cause a lot of damage, so they owe that karma, in my opinion. And I'll get into that in another video. But anyway, yeah, find your damn shallow goal. Maybe it's revenge on your ex. Look at Billie Steele. She's a 51-year-old woman. She had an ex who told her she looked like she let herself go, and she was in her 40s and she was looking like a potato, and she is in her 50s now and she's looking hotter than ever. She put herself together. She was like, I'm not interested in men, I just want to get my life. I feel beautiful, I feel confident and strong, I can go hiking with my kids, I can wear my dresses. When things feel overwhelming and difficult, people who are big picture thinkers like myself and a lot of my viewers, it can be so overwhelming. This is my advice. Find something cute, find something compelling and fun and shallow, and follow it through. And don't feel bad for having a shallow goal. Sometimes these are the wins that we need to help fit the puzzle pieces into the bigger picture. That's all I've got for today. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.